So we're thinking, we have to do something. OA and B, points defined by. So what would we do? You could think about it also that I guess your textbook is more to the point of going, okay, if that was O, and then we've got point A, this vector here, oh, I missed it by that much, is 2i, 2j. How else? As soon as I see 2i, 2j, what vector am I actually thinking of? 2, 2. Now again, as I'm doing this, I'm looking out, and I know that you probably think, if you're not looking at me, she can't see me. Incorrect. I can see you. So I can see that you're not looking at the board. I can see that you haven't got a pen in your hand. I can see that you're not actually attempting this question. So please, don't make me see that anymore. So happy with that? So really, we know that point A is 2, 2, but we don't need to really work that out if we don't want to. And then we've got B, IJ. Anyway, how do you think you could find A, B? Felix? B take A, that's right. So we know that just when we had the points, it would be the B take A, but we can do it with the vectors as well. It works the same way. So we can have minus I plus 3J, and we can subtract 2i plus 2j, so we're going to end up with minus 3i plus j. Do we agree? Sorry for the fluorescent green on the white. I know that's not great. But just like we did when we have 2 points, so if we had P was the point, shouldn't go 3, let's go 8 minus 5, and we have Q is minus 10, bless you, 4. How would we find PQ? Q take P. So same thing that we have done before, just in a slightly different version. Agreed? So then, what's part B asking you to do? Find the magnitude, and we should be able to do this with our eyes shut. What is the magnitude of AB? Yep, so what is it? Yep, so 3 squared plus 1 squared is 10. Please don't be that individual who on their graphics calculator goes minus 3 squared plus 1 and makes their calculator do it all. Somebody just guffawed then, because why? What answer will you get if you put that in your calculator? You'll actually get not possible, or you might get it chucked out as 2 root 2i. So if you put that in your calculator, it's actually saying find the square root of minus 8, because your calculator will go 3 squared is 9, put a minus in front of it and add 1. All right, so if you were typing it into your calculator instead of doing it into your head, please put brackets around your negative number. It's these little things, especially if you're not showing working for obvious bits and pieces, where I get really frustrated marking work. So I'm telling you this for a reason. All right, find the magnitude of the angle between AB and A. What are we doing with that? Okay, first thing we're going to check is that it's actually saying algebraically. We're going to assume that it says algebraically, right? So we want A to B, and then we've got vector A, correct? And we know that AB is going out that way because we just did B take A, correct? Who remembers the formula? You're too good. You're checking your calculator is in degrees, because we'll put this answer in degrees. Okay, that's technically your vector B, and away you go, pop it in. Who knows how they can check on their calculator? Got a few shakes of the head. Pause the video there, but our A is our vector, AB is that one, pop it in, let's get our angle. Now sorry, I just wrote this as the formula, and our B is in fact, because we're reading the question, our vector B is actually AB, right? Not the one from up here. Sorry, that's just how we write the formula. So sorry if that's confusing. They just called the second vector B, and this is actually, I guess I should rewrite it and said it's A times AB, and I was just lazy. Didn't want to, so apologies if that confused you. Now, take this or leave this. It's if you want to check it. Sometimes it can make your life worse. I don't know. So on your calculator, we go option. We've got matrices vectors, F2, right? You can see all of these things here. That's not what we want. We press more. Good Lord, look at all those. No, go more. Oh, hello, I see angle. But how are we meant to put a vector in? I'm glad you asked. We get out of this by going exit, exit, and I now hit math. And I'll do this again so you can stick with me. And I say vector. What is our vector? It's a 2 by 1. And our first vector was 2. 2. I pop my comma in. And what was my second vector? I should remember. -3. 1. Close the bracket. Enter. 116. Oh, who told me it was just 116? Bad. So it's either 117 or it's 116.6. All right. Shall we go through that once more on the calculator? You've got it on video, so just rewind. Added 2 bits and pieces on this question, just because I'm thinking, let's recap some of the things that you should know. All right? Find a vector in the direction of AB that is 2 root 5 units long. How are you going to do that? So, hands up, or I might pick somebody, especially if they've got their hands crossed. Holly, how are we going to do D? A vector in the direction of AB that is 2 root 5 units long. Keats is giving you a heads up. Yeah, so what do we have to find first? Excellent. We're going to find a unit vector first. Okay, so we want to find the unit vector of AB. So AB back up there, -3, 1. Please notice when I'm putting stuff on the board as well, what I'm thinking, I'm putting down on paper because the marker has to see you're working out. Imagine if Sam, for some reason, he'd looked at something else and he didn't realise that he had to do it of AB. He accidentally went -1, 3. Now, well, he'd actually get the same length for that one. Anyway, if he's using a different vector, he's not going to lose massive marks if he actually writes down what he's doing and then I can see it. But if he's just putting random stuff, nowhere to go. All right, so unit vector, I'm going to say, and I might even go equals AB. We've already got the length of AB, haven't we? √10. So therefore, the unit vector of AB is going to be 1 over √10 -3, 1. So this is now a vector that is 1 unit long in the same direction. To then make it 2 root 5, all I have to do is multiply it by times -3, 1, and then I would probably use my calculator, tidy that up a little bit and state it in nice form. Correct? So think about, I'm trying to, you can't have 101 different questions here. You can't have like question 1, find the unit vector of this. Question 2, find the dot product of this. Question 3, you're going to have them try to mush together within one question. And that's why please go and do your review sets before you do the test. Okay, I tried to force this one here, so we'll see if it works. So A is OA. Find a point M from A in the direction of vector B, which is 7 units away. That wasn't worded very well. So basically, there's a point. that is 7 units away from A, that's in the direction of B. Now, I think I can see people going, ew, but if we were to draw this out, I'm hoping you would then go, yeah, okay. So remember, we've got O, we've got A. We've got a vector that's going across here. It might be in a different direction, obviously it is, but it's in the direction of what vector? B, so it is -1, 3. So obviously that's a little bit wrong because it should be going the other way and up, but I don't care. So it's going in that direction, and M is somewhere on this, and it is 7 units along. Agreed? So how am I meant to find point M? So once again, this would be B, so this would be point B, agreed? Do we know A, B? So can we find, we've got vector A, B, so how do we find M? Not so much ratio. This is 7 units. It's basically this question here. Find the unit vector and times it by 7. But can you see it's the same question but just worded funky? And that is why you need to do, again, so many of these questions.